Welcome to Ellensburg, Washington, 90 miles east of Seattle, and an end of the summer tradition, Xtreme Bulls Ellensburg, and it is one tough ticket. The interest here expanding well beyond the city limits as the best bull riders in the world get ready to do what they do best. The food is good, the action's even better. It is a game only cowboys play, with bumps and bruises hidden under a mile of medical tape, and always working in the background, the element of danger. As summer fades, the Xtreme Bulls Series is also changing gears. The championship in Indianapolis are the next stop, but there's still time to make some noise. Change your destiny. It's been an endless line of bulls, one after another, some building your confidence, others squelching it. Let the games begin. It's Xtreme Bulls Ellensburg. It is party time in Ellensburg, Washington. As we mentioned, it's a really tough ticket to get. Lots of fun. The best bull riders in the world are here as we get ready for Xtreme Bulls in Ellensburg. Jeff Metters along with 8-time world champion Donnie Gay. Jennifer Smith will be talking with the Cowboys. And Donnie, you look at this, it's a great event. You can see where Ellensburg, Washington it is. $60,000 on the line.
Well, the top 40 bull riders there here. You know, the high man on two bulls is going to get all the money, or the majority of it, but it's going to be real tough competition. Starting with that guy right there. He's number 1 in the Xtreme Bull Tour, number 2 in the world standings. Wesley Silcox, he's back, looks pretty healthy. Yeah,
he's smooth as silk, but B.J. Schumacher not here. You ever had one of those days where you know you're forgetting to do something?
Yeah, you got to enter the event before you can come. Not a commanding lead. You know, things that can do the tighten up here at Ellensburg.
Opportunity knocks for some of these guys like Clint Craig, a past winner here in Ellensburg.
Won it in 05, and then there's the 06 champion, Jared Ford. These guys have a chance, but so does everybody else.
Boy, those are two guys that are maturing as bull riders. It's a rough game. For our Justin Sports Medicine update, go to Jennifer Smith.
Well, guys, injuries are always a huge part of our sport on the Xtreme Bulls Tour. Devin Dice is with me today. We have some high-profile injuries, don't we?
Yes, we have a few guys here. Zeb Lanham is one of them. He has his wrist on his right hand. We've had it x-rayed. He's going to go for an MRI next week. We're not really sure what's going on with that.
Cody Hancock, one of our former world champions.
Yes, Cody Hancock got stepped on here last night on his free hand, right on top of his hand. Quite a bit of swelling, which isn't necessarily a bad injury for a bull rider, but it might kind of affect a little bit of what he's doing with, you know, his arm out there trying to keep his balance. And then the other one was Jesse Bale. Jesse Bale has a right rotator cuff strain, which is his riding arm. Once again, not a major deal, but trying to hold on to a bull. If he gets jerked out this way, whatever, it's going to be excruciating pain. So we'll see how he does.
Well, thank you, Jennifer. That's an interview you had to just wrap up. You could go on, probably something about everybody that's here. Top 40 invited, top 12 going to the final round, and of course $60,000 up for grabs. And Donnie, it doesn't take long to talk about the rule.
Well, no, you just ride them for 8 seconds. Don't touch them with a free hand, and you can score 100 if everything was perfect, but who knows perfect?
Had that one time. Wade Leslie on Wolfman back in the 90s. Nobody else has gotten all that close. First Cowboy out tonight, Clint Craig, 13th in the world. Good year for Clint.
Well, he was the Cheyenne Frontier Days winner and got one going away from his hand. Made a great move right there. Clint Craig won this in 05. Got to try to look out. I don't know what if he slapped him right before the whistle or not. I tell you what, great effort no matter what the outcome. Judges are looking. Let's see here. About 6 or 7 seconds, you watch free hand. Rocking and rolling, belly rolls, big eliminator, and right, boom. Looked like right on top of the head. I don't know if the judges got him, but if they did, you can see the no score. Clint's not going to argue the fact, and dad burn it.
I don't think these guys are ever happy about bucking off, but what a great effort there from Clint. You touched on it. All in all, he's got to feel pretty good about his effort. Brandon Reynolds next to go. Yellowknife is the bull. Well, coming from Corey and Horst.
These bulls are really pretty big, but they bucked real good. We saw them, of course, at the Cody X Bulls, and they bucked real good just in cranking it to the right. And this is just what Brandon Reynolds needs. Young Cowboy got invited, got into the top 40 here, makes the whistle, and that's what you do. They're going to bring back the top 12 scores to that final go-round, so Reynolds gets it done.
Making the whistle, and he's going to have the first qualified ride here in Ellensburg. How big is that number going to be? That's the question.
This bull, he's fading out there, but he's a little bit flat, but the Cowboy makes a solid bull ride. But you can tell that he's just kind of hoping that the whistle will hurry up and blow. He's not being real aggressive, a little tentative, but a good score.
79 points, the score for Brandon. First Cowboy to put his name up on the top of the board. That might put him on the bubble a little bit later on. You'd like to see that a little bit higher. Logan Knibbie now ranked 20th in the world, also having a pretty good year.
Having a great year. He won the Caldwell Night Rodeo in Caldwell, Idaho in the first round of the playoffs. And boy, I tell you, we got things going on right here. Knibbie got it going into his hand. If he gets them going left, he's really tough. Going back right, he's had some issue, and you know that's one of those things. That bull just jumps out of the spin, lunges, sets him up, and threw him off. That's what Logan's going to have to learn how to do. This is not a fun bull to ride. Got real honky round. This bull throws a lot of guys off right there, but watch what happened. He actually quits bucking as far as the Cowboys are turning, just kind of shoots out from under him. Logan comes down a no score, but he still should make the whistle on that bull.
You touched on his win in Caldwell, powered by a 90-point ride on Mud Duck. Still to come, Cannon Ace. He's been the best so far this year. And Cody Hancock, the 2000 world champion. Stop number 9 on the Dodge Xtreme Bulls Tour, Ellensburg, Washington, is brought to you by Dodge. You can take life as it comes, or you can grab life by the horns. Dodge. B&W Trailer Hitches, makers of the turnover ball gooseneck hitch system, a hitch when you need it, a level bed when you don't. And Academic Financial Services, a student's life made easy. Back in Ellensburg, standing room only crowd, 79 points, the only qualified ride so far. Here's 2000 world champion Cody Hancock. Earlier he had a chance to talk equipment with Jennifer Smith.
Well, bull riding is undeniably one of the most dangerous sports in existence. I'm here with world champion Cody Hancock, who knows the importance of your equipment when you're dealing with this sport.
Yeah, you dang sure have to have good equipment, especially at this level. Most importantly is your bull rope. There's several different styles and bigger, smaller bull ropes. I have a pretty small rope. Pretty simple. You put your hand in the handle there. It's pretty basic. You got a knot down here. That's all that is just for a bigger or a smaller bull. You got a bull riding glove. Put a little rosin on there. You can see a little rosin on there. You can see rosin on the rope. You warm that up, makes it stickier. Pretty basic. You got a vest that you wear, which protects you from lots of injuries, broken ribs, getting stepped on, getting hooked.
And they've done lots of testing. That's very technical, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. And these vests haven't been around that long, and they dang sure have prevented guys from lots of injuries. We got your chaps, which are just for show, just kind of cowboy stuff. They don't really do anything. They protect your legs a little bit in the chutes, and the most important equipment's those Justin boots that I ride in.
He keeps on a ticking. Number 6 in the world.
Right now, Cody, number 6 in the world, headed back to another Wrangler NFR. He's been pretty consistent since he won that world championship.
You know, he really has. I mean, he's the only guy. He was actually in 15th position as he gets bucked down easy. This bull just whipped him into his hand. Thumper, Corey and Horst puts him down, but went from 15th to 1st, and you know what? That gave him the confidence and he's really made a good living riding bulls.
Well, and as you mentioned, Thumper made pretty short work of the world champion here, so no score for Cody Hancock. He's had his share of injury problems as well.
Well, he does have more than just a couple of shaving scars, but you know, his riding style is kind of that don't give up. And speaking of don't give up,
well, here comes Mike Moore. 3 trips to the Wrangler NFR, has a degree in elementary education. And what is it about Mike? Always starts the year slow, makes a run at the Wrangler NFR, but usually comes up just a little bit short.
Okay, well, you know what? Most of that usually is mental. This bull coming around to the left into his hand. He's got a good seat on. He's loosening up, spurring. It looks like Mike Moore is going to do the same thing he's done the past 4 or 5 years. Going to start heating up as the fall temperatures start dropping back a little.
Yeah, football season starts, and he starts covering a lot of bulls. 19th in the world's where he finished up last year, just missing the top 15, and pretty pumped up. And when he gets his confidence rolling, he's dangerous.
Well, you know, I was going to ask you, Jeff, how long has it been since you've seen Mike Moore get up, pick up his hat, walk to go get his rope, and he not be limping, dragging a leg? You know, I mean, here's a guy that has been really beat up. Now, he's got a little age on him for a bull rider.
81 points is the score for Mike Moore, so he takes over the lead. That'll help him, hopefully get him back into the top 12 for the short go. Next Cowboy getting set is going to be Jared Ford. Another guy that knows his way to the Wrangler NFR. He's been there on 2 occasions.
Another Burns Rodeo bull, Wicked Willie, they call him. He's a bull that's just kind of young, cranking it back into his hand. And boy, he's got a seat on him. Look out, he's in a little trouble. Head comes up, but he got through the back door and it worked. Jared Ford, he had all he wanted right there, but leaderboard, look out. This is going to jump way out in the lead.
Couple of anxious moments in there for Jared Ford, but we talked about him maturing as a bull rider, starting to become one of the veterans, and you see it in this ride.
Well, everything's perfect right there. Now watch right here when he gets behind. Watch what he does with his head. He comes up, comes in the back door. Normally, you know, that doesn't work very well, but that bull hesitated just a little bit, but Ford is learning how to reposition, and look at that score.
Wicked Willie, it's a Burns bull, and a new leader as Jared Ford now moves to the top, 88 points for him. There's Lonnie Carpenter trying to find his seat. This is Casper from Flying 5.
Okay, Lonnie Carpenter, a young cowboy from Kansas. You know, he's in the mix here. Got entered, you know, guys like B.J. Schumacher and Fred, they forgot to enter the competition. They'll get him a Blackberry going right now. Here we go, and cranking it back. Lonnie Carpenter, Kansas, come on. No, he looked like he got down inside the well, made a nice move. He lost the bull rope, but that's after the whistle. Judges in there going back. They go find the fence and go to mark. This is a nice bull ride, Jeff. This bull cranks it, got a lot of timing. Bull rider friendly kind of bull to score high, but rides good if you're in the right spot.
We didn't know if we'd ever see him.
Boy, and lost his rope right at that 8-second mark. Doesn't matter for Lonnie Carpenter, though. These guys are starting to find their mojo. 85.5 points the score for Carpenter at his second best at the moment. Everybody trying to catch Jared Ford. He's got the lead with an 88. He's standing by with Jennifer Smith.
Well, Jared Ford is used to shining in this arena. He won the Ellensburg Xtreme Bulls in 2005. This bull did make it easy on you, though. Wicked Willie had never been ridden before.
Yeah, it's a bull, Hal Burns, as I've seen him before. He's just a young bull, but I've seen him this year and like the looks of him, and hadn't even really seen anybody warm him up, but he looked like he was good, really bucked, and be a bunch of points on him, and it worked out.
He made you look good. It looked like he threw you back a little bit about in the middle.
Yeah, right at the end, he had me set back, and I was kind of having to backdoor it. I think he might have got a little weaker and helped me out. I don't know, but whatever happened.
That's how Jared Ford recovers. You have been struggling a little bit this year. You need this win, don't you?
Yeah, struggling's an understatement. I mean, I've been hurt all year and riding bad, and I come back at Pueblo the other day, and they knocked me out. So I come here and just, I knew I had a good one, and I wasn't even going to come, but I knew I had a good one and thought I'd make the best of it.
Well, I'm glad you came. That was a good ride, good win.
Thank you.
Well, you look at Jared Ford, what's not on there, 35th in the world standings at the moment, but a couple of trips to the Wrangler National Finals.
Good cowboy, comes from a cowboy family, world champion daddies and brother-in-laws. You know, these guys are all tough, but so is this guy.
Yeah, Zeb Lanham, he was our Extreme Bulls champion a year ago. Zeb's made 2 trips to the Wrangler National Finals. Wakeboarding, big Indianapolis Colts fan. Got to be a happy guy that it's fall.
Well, he's got to get his wrist. He's got to get his wrist taken care of. Let's see what he does. Riding hand, and boy, just gets whipped over it into his hand, and you know, there's no way he can get. And right now he can't hardly get up because his wrist is hurting so bad. You know, that's one of those things that you can ride sore. You ride sore, but there's a fine line between being courageous and stupid, and you got to be real careful not to cross that line.
Well, there's some injuries in bull riding you can kind of skate by with. Others, it's just, you know, it's going to make it impossible.
If it's your riding hand, you're always going to, if your wrist is real sore, they're going to whip you over your hand just like what happened to him right there, and then make you have to raise up over it, and boy, that's painful.
Rapid Dance, the winner there. No score for Zeb Lanham. Jesse Bale, one of my favorite cowboys. He is just a tough kid, but you talk about injuries. You go back to the collision he had with Western Hauler and Guthrie a couple of years ago. Really has never recovered from that.
He hasn't ever gotten all the way back. Had a couple of operations, but you see, they said it was his riding hand with that rotator cuff, but it's not. It's his free arm. You can see that he's having a litlittle trouble right there with that free hand. He's trying to keep from moving it. And I can share your pain because I had one of those on my free hand, and I'm going to tell you, you can do a lot of things, and bull riding's not on the top of your list when that rotator cuff is torn. Really hurts to move it around, and you have to do that to position your butt in the right spot. He makes the whistle, and he's going to get a pretty decent score.
Well, score for Jesse, 73.5. Is that going to be good enough to get him back in the top 12? We'll find out. You can tell that guy, he's in a lot of pain. Marcus Michaelis getting set now, never been to the Wrangler National Finals.
just barely missed it last year. Won a lot at the Tour Championship and at the finale, and he's looking forward to going back. Here's another kid, kind of heats up in the fall. Look at him, he's got it going right here. He's in a little, oh, what a great move. He made one excellent move. Did he make the whistle? It is close, judges. That's why they carry the stopwatches. I think maybe he's looking to the back, judge. That's Steve Knowles back there. What, right before he bucks down, watch the one, his hips are out. Now, what a great move there. They come back in, whistle blows. Marcus Michaelis, good bull ride. That's bull buck.
You can hear the crowd. They are going to score him. He makes the whistle. 86.5 points for Michaelis. That's second best so far.
Everybody likes that kid, and he really made a good ride there. Glad for him.
Coors Pounder is the bull. Sean Proctor's the cowboy.
Okay, Big Bend. All these bulls the bulls have really been good here this year. Let's see, big old red bull, no horns, just cranking her back to the right into his hand. Cowboy says, man, I take it away, Leon. Sean Proctor rides this bull. He got a little flat, tried to trick him up. Now you got to get off. Go out the back. That's going to work just fine. Bullfighters, another nice job, Shorty Gorham. Oh, Keith Isley in the can. I don't know if there's enough room for two in there.
Shorty Gorham and Joe Bumgardner trying to bail him out, and that bull kind of stopped kicking. Getting off of him was pretty tricky, and it's going to have a little bit of effect on your score down the road.
I think it'll come down a little bit, but you know, this bull's bucking really good. Proctor just stays close. You know, I like to see him sit up just a hair straighter, but you know what? He gets her done and gets a good score coming in.
Bull flattened out just a little bit. Score flattens out a little bit too. You got 88 sitting in the lead right now. Proctor's trying to make that top 12. 81 is his score. So 88 still on top. A couple of guys in there with 81s. He joins Mike Moore. Jared Craig getting set. Hard 8 is the bull. Comes from Big Bend.
Jared Craig is one of the guys, a lot like Terry Don West used to be. He can ride rank bulls. There's not a lot of guys ride rank bulls. This guy can. He just got to get more consistent. Got this thing going. He's kind of a lanky kid from Texas. Round to the left away from his hand, and he just rides this bull. I guarantee you he could talk to Shorty Gorham right there because he's having that much fun. He puts himself in good position, but when he gets off a lot of times, Jeff, he doesn't protect himself very well.
And that will affect the longevity of your career. Jared Craig made his first Wrangler NFR last year, and he makes this bull look awfully easy.
Just, you know, gets his hips right, and see his butt's just a little away from his hand, keeps his free hand square, round to the left. He's got everything inside. He's just waiting on this bull to do something else because that was really easy for Jared Craig, and he's going to get a real nice score. Won't beat that 88, but 85 is okay when you're looking for that top 12.
Great crowd on hand here. Take a quick break. That's a seat with a view right there. We've got a lot to see so far. Jared Ford, Mike Moore putting on a show. Or the carnival atmosphere in Ellensburg, Washington. The Xtreme Bulls Championship coming up in Indianapolis on October 26th in conjunction with the FFA convention. Makes for a very rowdy atmosphere.
Oh, it is wonderful. There last year for our first time, and I love the affiliation with the FFA.
Jared Ford has the lead, 88 points. Here comes Cannon Acey. He is our Xtreme Bulls money leader at the moment, number 2 in the world standings. Big ride here for Cannon.
Well, he's got Redneck of the Corco rodeos, and Corco doesn't have a lot of bulls, but what they have are really good, just like this one. Redneck is one that goes to the right. Acey is making a good bull ride. He's getting a little behind. Got to finish it off. Nice ride. Leaderboard, you could have another contender up there. This guy's been doing this all year long, so you know it's not a fluke. He's filling out. He's getting stronger. Powell, Wyoming, you got a contender for the gold.
No substitute for youth, and I tell you, Cannon showing a little bit of that youthful exuberance and a little bit of maturity all in the same 8 seconds.
Get everything going, got the free hand working. You can see he still wants to come behind it. You just need to wait because sometimes you hurry up to get things to slow down. And Cannon Acey, he's making it work for him.
Chasing B.J. Schumacher in the world standings. B.J.'s not here. Cannon now tied for the lead. He can make a big jump right there and put some heat on B.J.
B.J.'s down, getting him a new phone and calendar.
Well, he needs it. Ty Lee Lanham now getting set. Red River's the bull.
Okay, Red River, a little slow motion turn back right there, but into his hand. Lanham coming around, spurring him with that outside foot. Now you got to get off, and you know, hopefully you can get enough points to get in that top 12, and probably going to be all right at this point.
Oh, we saw his brother Zeb Lanham a little bit earlier, and Zeb nursing a sore wrist. Did not make the whistle. That's not the case, though, here for Ty Lee. Bull faded a bunch.
Faded out there a little bit. Got a good score, 80 points for Ty Lee, and you know, he's going to have to learn how to spur those bulls to get a little bit more in time with them.
Cooper Congeezer getting set now. Buff's best from Corco's the bull.
This bull right here is really a good draw. Congeezer went to his first NFR last year, one of the Frontier bull riders, and he wants to get it on into his hand. If he can stay up on his bull rope, that's key. Cranking her back, he's hustling with the outside foot. Cooper, that bull, you see him trying to run him back off his rope. That bull does that intentionally, but a good finish, kind of a whirly gig out the back door. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to practice that move or not.
You're a pilot. Any landing you can walk away from is a good one.
I have to agree. Is this a good bull ride? Watch this bull just kind of drop down in his back end and then scoot forward, trying to run him off his bull rope. That was good effort right there and a nice finish, but yeah, getting points for that little pirouette he did there.
84 is the score for Cooper Congeezer. That's going to put him right in the mix of things. Here comes Vince Stanton. Almost won the World Championship in 1999. He was the runner-up that year.
You know, he's had a lot of injuries and was out of bull riding for over a year. Went to a chiropractor and all the MRIs and stuff couldn't tell, but they fixed him. He's back with a vengeance and got one going into his hand. He never rode bulls going to the left into his hand very good because you can see him, he likes to move his feet and he doesn't squeeze very hard, and I think that's confidence or the lack of in because he's had a low back hip problem for a lot of years, and that's got to play a big part on you mentally. But I want you to just watch his legs and how he floats. Watch his left leg and see the gap in the space right there. You see how he comes back. He's not real tight, and if he'll get to where he can stay solid, he'll have a good career riding bulls because he knows how to do it.
It has been a while since he has seen the bright lights of Las Vegas. 2002, standing in the mix of things here with an 82-point ride. Bobby Welsh getting set now. This is Dan Russell's bull big time.
Bobby Welch is one of those guys that can be big time anytime he wants to. You know, sometimes he talks himself out of the money, staying in the chute too long, but he's got one here firing a hole, bucking really hard. This bull will turn with him. Got going, wants to turn back, but not going to do it. Just going to jump and kick straight. But you know what? That's a pretty good bull ride right there.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I don't think it's going to be in the high 80s, but it's going to be close to 80.
He's a Christian cowboy.
Needs to get in the top 12.
National High Schools champion in 02. That 2 or 3 times here, it looked like the bull was going to turn back, just wouldn't do it.
It's a big arena here in Ellensburg, and it's a different setup. It's under the lights, 79 points, and you can hear some of the people. They think it's a little better ride than that, but Bobby gets it done anyway. We'll see.
Let's go down to Jennifer.
Well, it's going to be a fun night in this traveling rig because Jared Ford and Cannon Acey both traveled together, both scored an 88 points. I know that is just as exciting for you as it is for Jared.
Yeah, you know, we've been kind of stored up here the last month or so, and you know, we took time off. We went down south, went fishing, we bought some bucking bulls and stuff, and we just took some time off and forgot about it. And you know, as it looks, we both come back strong. Just praise God for how it's working out.
When you do take a break like that, it kind of just refreshes you to come back and know how much you love bulls.
Yeah, and you know, it just, when you kind of just forget about everything, when you do come back, you're more mentally sharp. You know, you're still craving it and everything, but your body's kind of taking a beating by this time of the year, and we both needed it, and you know, as you can see, it's starting to work out again, so.
Well, it looks like it's been working for you all year. I'd love to watch you shine at second in the world standings, guys.
Here's a look at his resume, and I think it comes into the heading of the best is yet to come.
Oh yeah, this kid's just now getting started. He's just now finding his own inner confidence, and I look for good things for Cannon.
Back to the action, Colin McTaggart getting set. Slaughterhouse is the bull from Western Rodeo. And
he's a guy we don't see a whole lot of, Jeff, but he rides real good. He's a Californian, Brentwood, California. Not a real hotbed for bull riding, but you know what? This kid does it pretty good. Oh yeah, Slaughterhouse from the Western Rodeo. That bull doesn't want to go there. He wants to crank it. Colin McTaggart riding this bull. A bigger kind of a guy riding bulls, but makes a real solid bull ride. I've seen him ride about 3 times this way every time.
You know, similar to Bobby's bull, you know, you kept thinking he's going to turn back. Never did, but Colin did a good job of just staying right in the middle of him, making the whistle.
Well, you see, the judges give him some more points because this bull jumping really high, hop, skip, turn back. He wants to go one way, then the other. Young bulls and coming into this arena, but just because they don't spin doesn't mean that you can't get a good score.
Yeah, 83 points, pretty solid there for Colin. That should get him back in the top 12. That's your goal in this long go. Now to Chance Smart, Bear Trap, another bull from Western Rodeo.
Here's been the surprise guy of the year, in my opinion. Chance Smart, it just came out of nowhere in Philadelphia, Mississippi, but he's gaining confidence, and he's still getting confidence.
Yeah, he's number 4 in the world standings, and that's not what he wanted right there.
Man, and he had one that I thought would fit him to a T. Bear Trap, going to come around to the right into his hand. He just hops and skips, and he floats him a little bit, but he just set him up, and whenever you don't take a hold with your spurs, you're susceptible to getting dropped down in the well like he just did. He just kind of slipped him down in there, and Colin, he's just going hanging.
Dan, Donnie, and Jennifer will wrap up the Xtreme Bull season Sunday, November 11th, 2 Eastern time, the FFA Special Edition. Lots of fun from Indianapolis, Indiana. Almost done with the long go here, and here comes Wesley Silcox. Talk about the groundwork for a world championship. 30th in 04, 8th in 05, number 2 last year. I can watch Silcox ride all day.
Well, he looks so good on bulls. You've heard me brag on the ability. Cranking her back into his hand. Leaderboard, look out. We're going to get into the 90s now. Wilcox rides this one almost too dead blame easy. I mean, uh-oh, look out. Get off good. Got to finish that off. Gorham, Shorty, Gorham, yeah. What a great save that was.
Absolutely. Catch him involved. Shorty Gorham sacrificing the body, getting between the bull and Silcox. And usually when you brag on somebody, it's the kiss of death. But what's this bull ride from Silcox?
Well, Silcox comes around and he rides this bull with ridiculous ease. You know, just another testament to how much talent he's got. Comes around, whistle blows, got to get off. You know, the bullfighters come in, they save him. He gets loose. Shorty Gorham takes one for the team, and Silcox is the only one limping a little bit.
Well, Donnie had him in the 90s. The judges were just a little bit off, missed it by 1 point.
Those guys need to come on.
They need to be adjusted a little bit. 89 for Silcox. He's the new leader. Now to Steve Woolsey, rough and ready. Tough bull from Dan Russell.
All right, Woolsey trying to get things to come back from that disastrous NFR last year, and he had that head injury around the left end of his hand. That's what he wants. Got to get it going. He's in a little trouble. He lost the dead burn bull rope. Comes out, jerked out of his hand. And, you know, here's a guy, his confidence is just not where it needs to be, and he is upset. Be no time to be wanting to do no interview.
Well, you can take a look at his hat. You don't want to break your riding hand punching the back gate there, but you can see right here, gets in a little bit of trouble. Gutsy, loses the rope. Doesn't happen for him.
Well, you can't ride him with no hands, and what he has to focus on is not just losing the bull rope, but why he got in that position to put all the strain on his hand in the first place. So, got a little bit of fundamental work to do, and he'll get her back because he's got a lot of talent.
Speaking of a lot of talent, we're going to see it in our Dodge Championship round. Cannon AC in there, and Wesley Silcox. It's going to be some kind of a show. Welcome back to Ellensburg, Washington. Not a seat to be had, standing room only. Glad you're with us. Night stop on the Dodge Xtreme Bulls Tour. Jeff Metters along with 8-time world champion Donnie Gay and Jennifer Smith. And time for our B&W Trailer Hitches semifinal recap. We're going to start with Jared Ford. Very good at 88 points.
Well, it's just a nice bull ride. Jared Ford just jumps out. He's had a horrible year. He's been hurt, been banged, beat up, got knocked out last week when he cracked back out. Down in Pueblo, comes back here, 88 points. That'll make you feel lots better.
This year on our Xtreme Bulls Tour, Cannon AC has been the man, and he's right in the mix of things here, matching Ford's ride at 88.
Well, I like to watch this kid ride. He's maturing right before our very eyes. And I mean, he does it. You see him crawling, getting out of harm's way. He does everything right from start to finish. I really like this guy.
Good, now the best. Wesley Silcox winning the long go, 89 points, and he makes it look so easy.
I'll say it again, nobody has any more talent to ride bulls than Wesley Silcox.
He's standing by with Jennifer.
Well, this just falls in line with Wesley's outstanding year. You've just been riding solid, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been an awesome year. I've been drawing good and riding good, and it's all been working out.
After fighting a couple of injuries last year and at the finals, has it come back strong for you?
Yeah, I've been a little sore lately, and my shoulder's a little sore, but everything just keeps going good, and I've been pretty healthy all year and feeling good.
Donnie, here's a look at the Dirty Dozen. Silcox winning the Longo, 89 points, all the way down to Brandon Reynolds. He was the last Cowboy in.
79 points, got 10 points to make up, but stock gets a little bit tougher in that final round.
The Dodge Championship round coming up in just a moment. Right now, though, it's time for our FFA Spotlight presented by AFS. Ellensburg's about a lot more than just the Xtreme Bulls competition. The FFA has a strong presence here. In fact, have an outstanding stock show. And this is a rewarding time for these future farmers as they groom their stock in hopes of a blue ribbon and maybe some big money at the upcoming sale.
I saw him when he was a baby out of one of our cows, and I really liked him, and I liked his structure, so thought, hey, might as well. I'll tie him up in a pen for about a week, and I'll just water him and feed him, and I brush him, and I start with a show stick and like get him used to the show stick, and I'll scratch them and just get them used to it.
The thing I think that's been the best for my daughter is that she's learned self-confidence. She's always been a little shy and reserved, and she's learned a lot through FFA.
FFA is a major part in my life. It's been a really good experience. I hope it keeps growing. Our program's gotten pretty big here in Ellensburg. I'd really like to see more kids join. I'm definitely going to be here all 4 years.
The older kids help the younger kids, and that's a great thing, and learn to work together as a team.
And it's really nice to have all this support in the community, and especially with this sale, you see all these businessmen and women come out and they help and they support you, and we had a really good sale this year, and we're grateful for that.
Congratulations to Sophia. She made almost $3,300 in that sale, and no show sheen needed here. And believe me, these animals are not broke to lead, but they will do what they do best when we come back. Back in Ellensburg, Washington, just about ready for our Dodge Championship round. We have narrowed the field to our top 12 bull riders. Jeff Metters, along with 8-time world champion Donnie Gay, Jennifer Smith, standing by to talk with our eventual winner. And you look back at the Longo, 3 guys stood out. Canandaigua in there, 88 points.
He's got to be just thinking, Jeff, more of the same. He's been doing really well.
Jared Fort's 35th in the world standings. He really needs a win. And the winner of the Longo, though, was this guy, Wesley Silcox, 89 points.
Well, it's really time for Wesley to step up and make a statement. He needs to use that ability to ride for 8 seconds, don't touch him with a free hand. He could score 100 points because he looks that good on these bulls if the judges think he's got that good a bull.
And bull riding looks pretty easy on paper. It's a little tougher in reality. Some of the matchups to watch: Fitz Stanton on Mordecai, Jared Fort on Far North. Mordecai can be really tough.
Well, it can be really tough. He's not had anybody make the 8-second whistle, but veterans all around: Lloyd Ketchum, Joe Bumgardner, bullfighters, Shorty Gorham, Keith Isley in the barrel. We have got everybody that's anybody in the business in Ellensburg, Washington.
Well, the bulls are ranked, but with these guys protecting you, you can take some chances, as a matter of fact. Shorty Gorham's ready to go. Tylee Lanham will be the first guy out. Swamp Donkey, interesting name, but a very good bull.
It's a good draw. They said, watch this bull. He's one that's going to just get it on. Tylee Lanham, brother of Zeb Lanham, makes his first short go, first Xtreme Bulls event. Let's see what happens. First man out, you always tell yourself, okay, if I'm going to go first, I'm going to try to win first. Here we go, round to the right, into his hand, and it's just an excellent bull ride. That a boy. Youngster rides 2 for 2. Pretty unusual. Look at him, he's going, okay, I did everything just right.
Come on!
Yeah, that's pretty good. They want to know how much.
Tylee Lanham, Sweet Idaho, come to us with 80
nice
points.
Bull ride around to the right. He's a little out of time with that spurring motion, you know, and if you're not going to make it look good, don't do it at all. Just shuffle around there, finished it off good. Scores coming in, that looks nice.
Yeah, 80 in the long go, 88.5 in the final, 168.5. Boy, Tylee, covering two bulls awfully quick. That's going to put the pressure on everybody. Sean Proctor trying to get set now. Ace's Heartbreaker is the bull. Needs an 86 if he's going to take the lead.
Okay, well, any of these bulls you can score in the high 80s on if everything goes well. He's getting jerked around pretty hard. Got him loosened up. That bull had a kind of an interesting day. He normally spins to the left and started that way, jumped out of it, put her cowboy down. Sean Proctor, Utah bull rider, who wants to come left, but he slaps him right there with a free hand. Wasn't going to do him much good if he just stayed on for 8.
Tylee Lanham still in the lead, so 81 the total score for Sean Proctor, 168.5 the total on 2. That's what you got to beat, and here comes Mike Moore. And a lot like Jared Ford, well down in the world standings, and a win here would really jumpstart his fall and give him a chance to make it to Las Vegas.
Well, we said it looks like it's going to be more of the same for Mike Moore. Just going to go ahead and start riding real good, get his mojo working. Ball almost hit him in the face right out of there, whipped him down, gave him a little bump, and then was going to do it again. You know, the good sign is he's not limping. He's going, I didn't know that bull kind of jumped back up. You can see him. It hits him right in the eye. Watch this. Bop! He just turns his head, takes it, bop again. Little love tap right there coming from Warzone. A bull that he didn't really know, but next time might be a different story.
Last week they were 90 points.
Well, Mike Moore's total stuck on 81 points, and that's not going to do him any good. Now to Vince Stanton. What an interesting matchup here. You got a cowboy trying to return to major league form. Hasn't been to the NFR since 2002. Mordecai, a bull that's been out 8 times. Nobody's made the whistle on him.
Well, you want to be thinking of that song, you know, about could be the first time. That's what you want to do. You just have to go in there with a good attitude and think, well, he hadn't been ridden because I hadn't been on him. That's what you have to tell yourself, and then tell him to open the gate and get it on. Jumps out of there. And no chance. That is a good-looking bull, Vince Stanton. You know, I mean, he's just disgusted. He's going, why did I have to draw him in the short go? But I want to look at his head. I mean, he's whipped up and he's looking right where he lit. He knew he was beat around the corner before the water got hot. Not a good effort for Vince Stanton.
And Mordecai's record stays perfect. 9 outs, nobody's made the whistle on him. Now to Colin McTaggart, 83 in the first round, trying to become the second guy here now to cover 2 bulls in Ellensburg.
Okay, Hellfire, the bull, Corey and Horse. This is a good draw. Supposed to spin to the left, and let's see if he does what the book says. 1 jump, round to the left. Got him shook loose, got back down in there. He's getting a lot of help from behind the chutes. Bull going to reverse the spin. McTaggart gets that elbow down. Looking good. Nice ride. Brentwood, California.
Well, you touched on him earlier. Not a cowboy that we've seen a whole lot of, but what we've seen of him so far has been pretty impressive.
He doesn't get excited. He's well-grounded. He knows what he's after right here. Round to the left. He's been to enough events where he knows that he's got the ability to ride these bulls. But to his credit, he doesn't tighten up right here. This bull gave him a good opportunity to mess up. And in these short go-rounds, guys tend to tighten up and do that. This is a good ride.
83 in the long go, 89 in the Dodge Finals, 172. McTaggart now has the overall lead. But Cooper Congeezer could change that. 84 in the semifinals for him.
Gunner, the bucking bull, Burns Rodeo. Nobody really knows this bull. They don't know how good he is, but I know how good Cooper Congeezer is. He's real good. Got one, hops and skip. Bad turn, dropped him down inside to spin. He tries to come out. Hard move. That right there, we'll watch for Gunner to come up on Pro Bull stats, because that bull right there has some, what we call some business. He's going to really watch his hop and skip on his front end. Gathered himself and slings that head, comes around, and he's fading. You better have your mixture right whenever you cock the hammer on Gunner.
Gunner putting on a show, and a little too much for Cooper Congeezer. His total after 2 rounds, 84 points. Some surprises at the top of the leaderboard. Tylee Lanham in second place at the moment. Colin McTaggart's number 1. More though when we come back. Showtime in Ellensburg, Washington, down to our final 6 bull riders in our Dodge Championship round. Colin McTaggart and Tylee Lanham have the lead at the moment. Don't forget about our Dodge Xtreme Bulls finale, the FFA Special Edition, coming your way on ESPN Sunday, November 11th. It all starts at 2 Eastern Time. Unfinished business for us, though, in Ellensburg. Jared Craig, 85 in the semifinals. We'll see if he can step things up. Got a good bull, North Star.
Heard me say he can ride ranked bulls. Well, he's got to show it right here. But you talk about get slam dunk. I didn't say he'd ride them all, but that's a ranked bull, a Korean horse, one of the best ones here in my opinion. But he beats him around the corner and just mucks him out. But you don't ever want to bet against Jared Craig, just so you know. That bull just shifted his hips into his hand right out of there. Bull, but a lot of power. Watch that bull. I mean, he just, that is popping the cork right there.
Yeah, Jared hasn't recovered from it yet. 85 the total for him. Still just 2 bull riders that have qualified rides on both bulls. Lonnie Carpenter getting set, 85.5 in the semis. Looking at an 87 for him to take the lead.
All right, well, you don't see much of Lonnie Carpenter, but you know he's got one to buck just the same way as the one in the first round. Right there to the left, Burns bucking bull, ambush, and got his feet up. He lost the bull rope, but he makes the whistle. What a ride, that a boy.
Boy, needs 87. That's 87 and then some.
Well, he's going to get that more. I mean, this boy right here made a good bull ride. But, you know, on both rides, he loses his rope right at the whistle. I don't know if he's letting go of it or not. If he is, he needs to ride one more jump. But, I mean, gets his feet loose, almost the helicopter thing. It pops out. Little whirly gig right there, but he's up, and, yeah, throw that resist all. That looked good there.
That's going to get Joe Bumgardner's heart rate up as he steps in there. 91, that's the highest mark ride we have seen so far. And a new leader in Lonnie Carpenter, 176.5 on 2. We'll see if Marcus Michaelis can keep the momentum going.
Okay, well, here we go. Michaelis Caldwell, Idaho bull rider that just finished their big night rodeo. Come on, Marcus, he is trying to do it again this fall. Yeah, buddy. Oh, boy, Bo Alameda. That bull's turning the crank. We're riding some bulls right now, Jeff Metters.
And that is the first qualified ride ever on Bo Alameda. 90.5, that's what he needs to take the lead.
I mean, this is just all effort right here because he's got him loose. You see his feet are riding up. Big, tall kid, Michaelis from Idaho, up there, Caldwell, right outside of Boise, in a nice bull ride. Another good score.
91, another 91, so that's 177.5 on 2 for him. A 1-point lead over Lonnie Carpenter. Back-to-back 91s here in Ellensburg. All right, Jared Ford, far north. We talked about the matchup here. Korean horse bull, who's got the advantage?
Well, you'd think that Jared Ford would have the advantage. You look there, this bull has bucked off 81% of his guys, but Ford made a great ride in round 1. But you know, just last week he was knocked unconscious. He's been hurt all year, so his confidence is not as high as it should be.
90 points to take the lead.
Right there to the left, away from his hand, and he gets over in there, got in there a little too far, and got to laying on that arm, and the bull just whips him out of there. You saw how big that bull is. I mean, if you get a little bit out of position, you're coming down. Watch how far he gets his hips inside the spin. Way down, free hand comes back, and I mean, that's a 1-pointer, and it never feels good.
No, that kills the momentums. We saw back-to-back 91s coming in there, and that guy, Marcus Michaelis, had one of those. He's in the lead, 177.5 on 2. Cannon comes in. He is number 1 in our Xtreme Bull standings, number 2 in the world. We mentioned B.J. Schumacher, who's number 1. Didn't meet the entry time here, so he's not here. Big opportunity right here for Cannon.
Just got to get it going. Going to go to the right, gets him set up, lean back just a little bit, and comes to the right. Little Marvin just sets him up and puts him down. There's a little bit of lack of experience. He wasn't ready for that bull to go out one more jump. You hear all these Wild West stories. He's way out over him right to begin with. Now, see where he's at when the bull comes around to the right. He's back just a little bit. And how many times do we say, if you make a little mistake at this level, you're coming down?
Well, B.J. Schumacher will breathe a sigh of relief. Cannon's not going to get the win here in Ellensburg, but Silcox could still get the win. Won the semifinals with an 89-point ride. Carmel Corns the bull from Western Rodeo.
Okay, good draw. Big Charley Muley, and Silcox is just riding good. They just got to keep it going. They don't read your resume. You got to do it every time. Here we go. Big stout bull jumping around, cranking him back to the right, kind of rears up in the front, trying to run him back off his rope. Hustling. He is having to work for this one, boys. That's a nice ride. That's as far as he wanted to go, too, Jeff.
Well, he was silky smooth in the Longo. He won that with an 89. More like manual labor here, and you can see the fist pump. And for Marcus Michaelis, just a spectator at this point, the riding could be on the wall.
Okay, well, you don't hardly ever see much emotion. He reminds me of Tony Dungy. You know, he just gets it done, and he does it in a real professional fashion. Rides great. And that's as far as he wanted to go. That bull was fixing to ring him out, but Silcox, let's see what they score him.
He's going to run the table. He won the Longo with 89 points, wins the Dodge Championship round 94, his total 183 on 2. Wesley Silcox is a master. He makes it look so easy, and it was for him, I think, here in Ellensburg, getting the huge win. That's going to vault him up in the Extreme Bull standings and the world standings. We'll talk to him when we come back. Stop number 9, Ellensburg, Washington on the Dodge Extreme Bulls Tour is brought to you by Dodge. You can take life as it comes, or you can grab life by the horns, Dodge. Singular's name is now AT&T, the new leader in wireless, your world delivered. And by Wrangler, the Western Original. They are on their feet for Wesley Silcox, the winner of the Extreme Bull Stop here in Ellensburg, Washington. You know, Donnie, he won the Longo, he won the Dodge Championship round. You should be on your feet for him. In time for our AT&T Best Performances Delivered, and we start with Colin McTaggart. He was good, 89 points.
Really good, rides a good bull, comes around to the left and goes back around the other way. Young guy making his first Extreme Bull short go round, and that's tough to do, 89 points, and he's fired up. But we're not done yet.
No, he had the lead until Lonnie Carpenter came along, and Lonnie hung a 91 on him.
They were having a stampede in downtown Hayesville, Kansas. This kid makes a great ride, 91 points, takes the lead. Joe Baumgartner makes a great save. We're riding bulls in Ellensburg.
But the next cowboy out also had a 91, Marcus Michaelis, and he does it on a bull that has never been ridden.
All right, the Michaelis brothers, Marcus, the oldest one, he's getting her on. 91 points, rides Bo Alameda. The first time anybody's made the whistle on that bull. Congratulations to Marcus Michaelis.
But nobody was better than Wesley Silcox as he came along with that 94, and that's going to jump him up to number 3 in our world standings. You can't beat that. To talk with our winner here in Ellensburg, let's go down to Jennifer Smith.
Well, this is one excited guy right here, Wesley Silcox. This is just one step closer to a 2007 World Championship. You're 5th in the world. What's been the difference for you this fall?
I've just been trying to stay positive all year, and then just been drawing good bulls and riding them, and it's all been working out good.
Well, this was an unbelievable short round here at Ellensburg. 91s, and then to cap it off with a 94-point ride. Did you know that that bull was that good and a good matchup for you?
Oh, my traveling partner, Steve Woolsey, rode him in Salinas this year, and I can't remember what he scored, but it was pretty good, and I just knew he'd be a good bull in the short round.
I know your shoulder's been a little bit sore. I noticed you landed on it right there in that short round. How's it feeling right now?
It feels pretty good right now, but I'm sure a little later it'll be a little sore.
And I'm sure that check will make them feel a lot better, guys.
All right, thanks, Jennifer. Time for our Dodge Ride of the Night. When Wesley Silcox rides, you almost need a disclaimer. He makes it look so easy. Don't try this at home.
I guarantee you, I think that's right, Jeff. And you know what? That sore shoulder, whenever he gets all those checks and puts them in his billfold, gets in that truck, that stuff cures almost anything.
Well, congratulations to Wesley Silcox, and that's going to help him in terms of that World Championship race. Don't forget about our special FFA edition. Sunday, November 11th, it's the Extreme Bulls Championship. It all starts at 2 Eastern on ESPN. Here in Ellensburg, it was game, set, and match. Wesley Silcox, he won the Longo and the Dodge Championship round. For Donnie Gay and Jennifer Smith, I'm Jeff Metters. So long from Ellensburg, Washington. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.